All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Valeria, what do you have in your cup? Is it warm? Yeah.
It's hot chocolate.
Daniel, I want you to ask Miss Amanda to help you look for your email. Okay, not right now. Okay, Miss Amanda, Daniel says he can't find his email for Secret Santa. Will you help him look for it later? Thanks. All right, if it's not there, I'll send it again or I'll just text it to you. Okay, you guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday, okay? Here's our assignments from yesterday. Hold on, coming at you. There we go. Oh no. Okay, you can all see me, right? And you can see, you can see my screen. Sorry guys, minor glitch. There we go. Okay, here are our assignments from yesterday. Yesterday we turned in a journal, we turned in our math, we did a flip grid, and we read the first chapter of Hatchet. What did you think of the first chapter of Hatchet? Was it good?
It was weird.
It was a little weird. Don't worry, it's gonna get good. Let's see. I got nothing from Ashton. I actually never heard from Ashton. Normally I would ask you, has anybody seen Ashton? But I don't think that you have. So I don't know where he is or what's going on. So hopefully we find him today. Billy, I don't know why you turned in nothing yesterday, Billy, but you turned in nothing yesterday. I can't find Brandon either. I don't know where he is. So Brandon, if you're watching this, I'm worried about you. Jose, all I got yesterday was Hatchet.
Ya si no viene, yo te hablo.
Brandon went to...
There we go, Jose. Okay. Jose, all I got was Hatchet from you. And Polo's not here. I'm imagining that his internet is not working for him this morning. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we tied yesterday, 17 and 17. See if we can beat 17 today. You guys can do better than 17. Here we go. If I can find Brandon, that'll help, because Brandon's usually a person who turns stuff in. All right. Now, let's take a look at what we're doing today. All right. So here's today. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. We've got a journal to do. Your journal this morning is about chores, and the reason for that will become clear here in a couple minutes. If you don't know what a chore is a job that you have to do at home. Can you think of an example for somebody who may not know that word, possibly because they don't know that word in English?
Doing the dishes?
Doing the dishes. Okay. Michael, tell me yours.
Taking the trash out.
Taking out the trash, doing the dishes. So these are chores. Some people get paid for doing their chores, like an allowance, and some people don't get paid for doing their chores. Either way is fine, but in your journal today, you're writing to me about a chore that you have to do at home that you really hate doing. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you again. Let's take a look at the rest of our assignments today. We've got our journal, we've got our Zoom. My small group ladies with Mr. Michael, you have small group today with Mr. Michael. Last time you had small group with Mr. Michael, the only person who remembered was Amy. And poor Mr. Michael and Amy, I'd imagine, were a little bit sad. So today, we got to remember, okay? You only have this one and one more, so you don't want to miss it. You've got math today. For math, we're going to do more work with fractions. Today's going to feel easier than yesterday. You have a PE 17 circuit, and there is a new reflection form to be posted. So make sure that you read it carefully, because I changed that reflection page again. Mr. Seaver says, hold on. Mr. Seaver says that for this workout, you're going to need paper and pencil. So I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm pretending that I don't know to make you interested in it. You're going to need paper and pencil for this workout. Something to lie down on, like a towel or a blanket or a mat or whatever it is you usually use. And then you get to choose to either use your jugs or your stretchy band, whichever one you have, whichever one you feel like using. If you can't find those things, because I'm Michael and I'm at school and I don't have my jugs or my stretchy band, or I'm Bentley and I like to just not bring those things with me to the facility, find something that's heavy and use it instead of your jugs. Pick up your whole backpack full of books. There you go, done deal. Okay, you just need something that's heavy. Okay, you can use a tub of detergent. One of Mr. Seaver's kids used a tub of Red Vines one day. Doesn't matter what it is, it just needs to be something heavy. Okay, so don't tell me I couldn't do it because I couldn't find my stretchy band. Don't tell me I couldn't do it because I couldn't find my jugs. Okay, you gotta just find something heavy and pick it up. Okay. And the last thing that's gonna get turned in today is chapter 2 of Hatchet. So that's 4 things, kind of a normal day: a journal, math, PE, Hatchet. Any questions? No, we're good. I don't see any hands. Final call. Questions on assignments? We're good. Steiner's Zoom windows are getting all out of order here. When that happens, then I can't see you, you know. Brandon, are you alive? Brandon. Yeah. Okay, Brandon, yesterday I had to mark you absent because I called on you a bunch of times and you never answered. So I need you to turn your video on for me today so I know you're there, okay? And then you didn't turn anything yesterday, so I was a little worried about you. I was just telling your classmates I couldn't find you. Okay? So I need your video on, and I need you to turn your stuff in today, okay? Your mom never answered my text. I was worried about you. Okay, so those are our 4 things that are getting turned in today. We're good? Yeah? Okay. Miss Wallace said that she might be here today, so we'll see if she pops in to say hi. And what we're going to do now is get started with math. Okay, we've got 3 things to do today in class. We're going to do math, we're going to start an essay, and we're going to start our new science unit. Yesterday, who's talking to you? Brandon, what's up?
I forgot to tell you. I thought my mom sent a message that I forgot to pick up my stuff. We were at Las Vegas the whole week.
It was a good vacation, Brandon, but you got to get to school and get your stuff.
My mom's going to pick it up right now.
Okay, thanks, Mom. So you're gonna just have to take notes on in your notebook, okay, Brandon? And you won't be able to do today's math until you get your stuff. Then you gotta do yesterday's math. Okay? I'm glad you're here. I was worried about you yesterday. I don't like not knowing where you are. Okay, so we're gonna start with math today. We got 3 things to do. That's what I was telling you. We're gonna start with math, then we're gonna talk about our new essay, and then we're gonna start our new science unit. Yesterday, we talked a little bit. Billy, that's really distracting. Could you put it away, please? Yesterday, we talked about how we have 3 weeks between Thanksgiving break and Christmas break. So we've got 3 weeks, and we're trying to get a math unit, a science unit, and an essay written. Okay, so we're going to focus. We're going to get those 3 things done during these 3 weeks. Capiche? All right. Okay, so yesterday, we reorganized our binders, those of us who were here, and hopefully that helped you out a little bit. And hopefully your math notebook, which might be brand new, Merry Christmas, is in that binder right where it should be. So I need you to pull that binder out of pull that math notebook out of your binder. Just crumpled up my math. Pull your math notebook out so we can take some notes today. And my hope is we'll have enough time to practice on whiteboards today too. So if you want to find your whiteboard and get that ready to go, and your marker. Hey, Brandon, I missed you yesterday. All right. Woo. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. You are finding your math notebook and a pencil, as well as your whiteboard and whiteboard marker. Hopefully we have time to get to that to practice today. There's Miss Wallace. Hello, Miss Wallace. You guys
Good morning.
Good morning. Here, Miss Wallace, I'll spotlight you so you can.
Good morning.
Spotlight. Good morning.
Spotlighted, Miss Wallace.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good. It's good to see your faces.
There, now you can see them all, Miss Wallace.
Oh, hi guys.
Miss Wallace, I found Brandon, but I still haven't found Ashton.
Okay.
See, Brandon, when I can't find you, I tell Miss Wallace even because I get scared.
Oh.
All right, y'all. So we are starting some math notes today. This is our second set of math notes in our new module. So remember, this is module 3 now. Okay, so we are working on fractions. So yesterday we took some notes on equivalent fractions. Today, new title. Today's title is going to be adding fractions on a number. We're going to put our date on it. Maddie, I think that's you. There we go. Okay, we're going to put our date on it. Today's date is 12/1/2020. Every time we get to a new month, you guys, I think about how I can't believe that we're still online. Miss Amanda and I were just talking about that before class. Okay, I want you to tell me if that's better or if it was better before. Is that better? Or is it better when I turn this off? Hold on. Woo! I think that's better today.
It's better when it's turned off.
It's better when it's turned off, except for the not focused part? Okay.
Yeah.
I know the light in my dining room keeps changing, you guys, because now it's winter, so it's kind of dark in here. So I'm like, always trying to make sure I've got it right for you. I'll turn my light on. Maybe that'll help. Just give it a second. All right. Adding fractions on a number line. There we go. I knew you'd find yourself. Okay, are we ready? This is going to seem really simple. And yesterday I know was a little hard for some of us, so simple probably sounds delicious. So here we go. Are we ready? I'm going to get out my little fraction pieces again because I think that those are kind of fun. All right. Adding fractions on a number line. All right. You ready? We're starting off real easy here. Here we go. Our first example is going to be 1/4 plus 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/4. Okay. Now, yesterday we took a look at some of these little fraction pieces, and Maddie had a really great explanation about why I know these are fourths. And she said, I know these are fourths because they're cut into 4 equal pieces. And I said, we know they're fourths because I need 4 of them to make a whole. Now, one thing that your 4th grade brain likes to do, because I know that you're still 4th graders in there on the inside a little bit, is you like to tell me, and if I didn't stop you right now, you probably would tell me that 1/4 plus 1/4, you want to tell me that the answer to this is 2/8. 4th graders love to tell me that. Now I want you to take a look at these fourths right here. 1/4 plus 1/4. When I add those together, did they magically turn into 8s? Like poof, I became an 8. Like magic. These are 8s. These dark blue ones are 8s right here. I promise. So when I added these together, 1/4 plus 1/4, they do not make 2 8s. This is not the way it works. What do I get when I add 1/4 plus 1/4? What do I get?
2/4.
I get what? What?
2/4.
2/4.
2/4. Okay, so like I like to think about cookies sometimes. If I added 1 cookie plus another cookie, they don't become donuts. They're still cookies. I just have 2 of them. Montserrat's laughing at me. It's making me smile. Thanks, Montserrat. Either that or she's laughing at her sister and I can't see her. I don't know. So when I add these fourths together, they do not become 8s. No magic. 1/4 plus 1/4 makes what?
2/4.
2/4. All that happens is I have 2 of them.
Or it's 1/2.
Plus 1/4 equals 2/4. What'd you say, Braxton? Braxton, you are my fraction brain. I'm learning that this week. Braxton, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Was it you, Braxton? Who was that?
I don't know.
I said
Maddie, what'd you say?
I said it was 1/2.
It is a half. It is a half. We're not gonna worry about that for right now, though. Okay, so 1/4 plus 1/4 makes 2/4. Now, you'll notice that the directions or the title of this math lesson says adding fractions on a number line. So today in your assignment, you're gonna have to make a number line. So here's what we're gonna do. Ready? Yes? Show me you're ready. Show me your brain. Take it out. There it is, Miss Heiner. Okay. You're gonna have to make a number line. Now, yesterday in office hours, we worked on this a bit. We talked about how to make a number line that has fractions on it. Okay, so some of us have this, some of us still needed some work on it, so I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to me. Oh, we're frozen. It's because Miss Wallace is here. Anytime Miss Wallace is here, it's time this computer freezes. Oh, you're coming back to me. Here you are. Okay, so we have to be able to make a number line to show this addition on. Hand up if you can tell me what kind of fraction am I showing on this number line? We're looking at the denominator, that bottom number. What kind of fraction do I need to be showing on this number line? Hand up, show me, show me. I've got 2 people with a clue. Jonathan, I need your attention this way, please. Okay, you got 6 out of 16 yesterday on your homework, so I need your attention today, okay? Christian, what kind of fraction am I making on this number line?
4.
He says fourths. Okay, so here we go. Everybody ready? On our number line, we're going to put the whole numbers on the top. So I've got 0 there, and I've got 1 over there. Those are my whole numbers. Okay, now, with a show of fingers, how many lines do I need to add to make fourths? Show me with your fingers. I see Amara's fingers. I see Montserrat's fingers. I see Amy's fingers. I see Maddie's fingers. I see Bentley's fingers. I see Billy's fingers. Everybody else doesn't know how many lines to add. Leo, come on, Leo. All I see is your shoulder. How many lines am I going to add? How many lines? How many lines? How many lines? I see Christian's fingers. I see Aaliyah's fingers. I see Hade showed me 2 fingers, which makes me worried. I'm making fourths, Hade. I'm making fourths. Okay, Montserrat, you were one of the first people to show me 3 fingers. How did you know it was 3 fingers, Montserrat?
Because I remember yesterday you told us it's always 1 line less.
Always 1 line less. So if I'm making fourths, I need 3 fingers. Okay, get your fingers ready. Everybody's fingers ready? Get them ready. Fingers ready? If I wanted to make fifths, how many lines would I need to add? Show me. Show me. Who's going to be first? Oh, Leo, Amy, Amara, Billy, if your video's off, I have no idea if you have any idea what I'm talking about. Okay, if I was gonna, it should be 4, that's right. If I was gonna make halves, how many lines would I need to make halves? Oh, I saw Braxton's finger first. How many lines would I make halves? Just 1. If I wanted to make thirds, how many lines would I need? Ooh, Maddie's fingers were first, at least that I saw. 2 lines to make thirds. 2 lines to make thirds. What if I wanted to make eighths? Eighths, you guys are like, 7, right? 7. Perfect. It's always 1 less. So in this problem, Christian told me that I have to make fourths. And Christian knew that, I would assume, by looking at the denominator. Right? So the denominator is that bottom number. So Christian looked at that and he thought, we need to make fourths. And if I'm going to make fourths, I'm going to need 3 lines. So here I go. I'm going to make 3 lines. And remember what we talked about yesterday. We're trying to make these pieces equal in size. Is it going to be perfect? No, it is not. But you don't want to turn in a number line today. Remember, you guys were laughing at my number line yesterday that I gave you as an example. But I don't want you to turn in a number line to me today that looks like this. You see, yeah, there's 3 lines there, but do you see how they are not making equal sized pieces, right? So you want to make sure that your model looks the way you want it to look, okay? All right, now I'm going to label it. I'm going sticks. The stick gods are choosing my victim today. We're going to put the fourths underneath, okay? Ashton's not here, so he doesn't know. Braxton, can you tell me what my labels should be underneath on this number line, like we practiced yesterday?
You put 1/4, 0.
There we go, 0 fourths. Here.
And then you put 1/4,
Okay.
and then you put 2/4,
Okay.
and then you put 3/4, and then you put 4/4.
Fourths. Perfect. Thank you, Braxton. The stick gods are choosing another victim, and that is Hade. Hade, can you tell me why 1 and 4/4 are together? Why is 1 whole and 4/4 together, Hade?
Because if you have the 4 on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have 3 sides of the circle, you'd have a full.
Okay, so if I have all 4 pieces, if it's cut into fourths and I have all 4 pieces, Hade, you're telling me this is going to make a circle?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
If you only have 3, it won't make a circle.
If I only had 3, it wouldn't make a circle. Okay, but if I have all 4, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's check Hade. Let's see. Okay, so 4 fourths. Hade says if I have all 4 fourths, that's going to make a whole circle. So I can say that 4 fourths is the same thing as 1 whole. These are the same, right? So they have to be together. Hade, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Now, I'm supposed to show this addition on this number line. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this today on your homework is we're going to show it in jumps. Okay, so you ready? So we started from 0, and the first thing we had was 1/4. So I'm going to start from 0 fourths, and I'm going to add 1/4. Can everybody add that little jump on your number line? Because you're going to show me this on your homework today. You're going to show me that little jump. Okay, and then we added another 4th. And then we landed here at 2/4. And that is our answer. Pretty darn simple, right? You'll notice that when I added 1/4 plus 1/4, I did not land at 2/8, right? So we're not adding the denominators. It didn't suddenly turn into 8s. These are 4ths. No matter how many I have, they're 4ths. Okay? Thumb up, I got it. That seemed real easy, Miss Tyner. Are you sure this is all I have to learn today? Okay, there are a couple other things we're going to add on our list, but let's practice one more of these before we move on, okay? So I'm going to make this one just a little trickier, That was number 1. All right, number 2, example number 2 for our notes today is going to be 2/5 plus 4/5. 2/5 plus 4/5. I'm gonna move my paper up a little bit for you. Okay, 2/5 plus 4/5. I think my fifths are light blue. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4. Jose, I lost. Yeah.
Miss Tyner?
Yeah.
Can I tell you what it will equal to?
Hold on. Pull your roll, Maddie. All right, here are my 5ths. I know they're 5ths because if I put 5 of them together, oh, they're not 5ths. Those are my 6ths. 5ths are green. Okay, so here I've got 2/5. Everybody sees that, right? And now I need 4/5. Okay, so here's 2/5. 3, 4, and here's 4/5. Let me zoom out so you can see. Hey, Jose. See what I mean, Miss Wallace? That was actually pretty long to stay on there. Okay. All right, let me darken that for you guys. Okay, so I've got 2/5 plus 4/5. Everybody okay with my pieces here? Yes? Okay. Maddie, you said you thought you knew what my answer would be. What would my answer be if I added these together, Maddie?
Your answer will be it will be 6/5 or 1 and 1.
Is everybody okay with Maddie's answer of 6/5? 2 plus 4 makes 6, and my 5ths stay 5ths. They do not become 10ths. They're still 5ths. Now, Maddie said when I add these together, I'm going to end up with 6/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? But Maddie, you also said something else. What did you say that 6/5 can also be called?
It can be 1 and 1/5.
1 and 1/5. Okay, so the math that Maddie did right there, watch, for those of us who don't understand that. She took 5/5 and she stuck them together, and that makes 1 whole. And what did she have left?
1.
1 little 5th. So what Maddie did in her second answer, this is a mixed number right here. This is an improper fraction. What Maddie did right there was she took away her 5/5 and she traded them for a 1 whole. Okay, this is 4th grade math coming back. Some of us remember it, some of us don't, but maybe that helped a little bit. Okay, so let's write this down. I'm gonna add on to my notes that information that Miss Tyner just gave me. I'm gonna add on there that this right here is called a mixed number. We're gonna do more work on mixed numbers later, but just so we have that vocabulary, mixed numbers. And this right here is an improper fraction. Bentley, honey, I need you to actually write things down in math, please. That's how we learn. Thank you. All right. Brandon, Michael, Haiti, Jose, I need to see you so I know if you're with me or not, please. All right. Now, if I wanted to show this on a number line, my number line is going to look different from the one that I did before. What is going to look different about it? I can think of a couple things. How is this number line going to look different from my number line on problem 1? What's one thing that's going to look different about it? Don't make me go sticks on you. Jonathan, I need you paying attention to what we're doing. He's not doing tonight's homework ahead of time and then getting a bad grade on it.
They'll
Whatever
probably,
you're doing. What'd you say, man?
the number line will look weird because you have 1 and 1/5, so they'll probably be like to 2 maybe.
All right, Maddie says that because I end up with more on the top than the bottom, I'm gonna have a little problem if I don't make my number line longer because I have to go past 1. Does everybody see what Maddie's thinking about there? Right? So I can't just have up to 1 whole, which would be 5/5, because I have to be able to show 6/5 on this number line. So let's make it bigger. Okay, I'm gonna mute you because you're my echo this morning. So here we go. I'm gonna make a number line down here again. Okay, you're getting this into your notes for me. Number line. But instead of just having 0 and 1 on this number line, like I had up here, I'm gonna have 0, 1, and 2, because I have to go past 1, right? So I'm gonna put my 0 over here. I'm gonna put my 1 in the middle, and I'm gonna put my 2 over here. Okay, we just had to make it a little bit bigger. Are we okay? Yeah, sure, you betcha. Okay. All right, going 6. What kind of fraction am I making on this number line? Remember that Christian told us to look at the denominator to figure that out. Okay. Michael, what kind of fraction am I making on this number line? Michael, are you there? There he is. Michael, what kind of fraction am I making on this number line? What kind of fraction am I making on this number line, Michael?
He's muted.
Michael? Michael, tell me again. I couldn't hear you, honey. I'm making fifths. Perfect. All right. Now, Leo, how many lines do I need to make fifths? Leo, if I'm going to make fifths, how many lines do I need? 4. He's right. Excellent work, Leo. Okay, so here we go. Everybody ready? I'm going to put 4 lines in between my 0 and my 1 because I have to make fifths. So here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, I'm trying to make these kind of the same size. It's not perfect. I can tell that one's too big, but it's close. Okay. All right. Stick gods have chosen Maddie. Maddie, how many lines am I going to put between my 1 and my 2?
Are you gonna put 4 because it's the same amount from?
Still making fifths, right? So I'm going to put 4 lines there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now I got to label these. Anybody feel like they know what these are going to say down below? I think we could probably get to here, but then it's going to get a little weird. Anybody feeling brave? Maddie feels brave. Michael feels brave, or he's just waving his hands around. Michael, do you want to tell me? Wyatt, go for it. What's going to go first?
0 fifths.
Okay. 0 fifths. And then?
1 fifth.
Perfect. Keep going.
2 fifths.
Perfect.
3 fifths. 4 fifths.
Okay.
5 fifths.
All right. Now, Maddie, I think it was Maddie earlier. No, it was, can't remember who, was telling me that I have 5 fifths and that's 1 whole. So these have to be lined up. Okay. I think it was Leo who had his little catty-wonkered yesterday on his number line, but then he came to office hours and fixed it up. So Wyatt, what's going to happen next? After 5 fifths, what am I going to write here?
6 fifths.
Whoa, excellent kindergarten counting. All right, keep going, Wyatt.
7 fifths. 8 fifths. 9 fifths. And 10 fifths.
All right, now let's stop for a second to talk about this 2 and the 10 fifths. So we've talked about how my 5 fifths has to be with my 1 whole. Well, let's think about this 10 fifths thing. Does that make sense that that's 2 things, 2 whole things if I had 10 fifths? Maddie, see your face, not your feet, please. If I had 10 fifths, does that make sense that that's 2 whole things? What do you think? All right, I'm going 6 because I got crickets.
Yes, it does.
Just rejoined us. Amara, why does it make sense or why does it not make sense that 10 fifths would be 2 wholes? Amara, can you explain that for me at all? I'm getting out my fifths. So we're saying on our number line that 10 fifths would be 2 whole things. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fifths. So Amara, how am I going to show that this is the same thing as 2 whole things?
You're gonna put 2 circles, and then that will be 2 whole.
So if I had 5 fifths, that would make 1 circle. And if I had 5 fifths, that would make 2 whole circles. So I could exchange these 5 fifths, I could exchange those for 1 whole. And I could exchange these 5 fifths for another whole. So is everybody okay with the idea that 10 fifths would make 2 whole things? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So it makes sense then that those 2 things line up on my number line. So when I'm making my number line today, I want to make sure that my whole numbers and my fractions go together the way that they should. Capiche?
Kabosh.
Okay. All right, so now let's add these up. You ready? So I see 2 fifths. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump 2 fifths. So I'm going to start from 0 and I'm going to jump 2 fifths. So I want you to add that arrow on your number line so I can see that I jumped 2 fifths. 1, 2, a 2 fifths jump. Okay, Bentley, I need you to write this down, honey. Polo's not here. Jonathan, what am I going to add next? Ooh. Jonathan, are you there, honey?
4 fifths.
4 fifths, if I could get Elmo,
Yes.
I could show you. 4 fifths, perfect. So I'm going to jump 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to make a 4 fifths jump. Now you told me using math that I should end up with 6 fifths, and now you just showed me with your number line that my answer is 6 fifths. Okay. Are we okay? Yeah? Head nods, thumbs up, happy little smiles. Yes? Okay. I'm going to give you another example that's even a little bit weirder. See if you guys can do this one. Example numero 30 is going to be, let's see, 2 thirds times 2 plus 1/3. All right, now this got weird. So all of a sudden I've got multiplication in there. And nobody's taught you how to multiply fractions yet. Because that's my job this year. So what am I going to do here? Maddie's got a theory. All right, Maddie, tell me what I could do here.
So you're gonna need to like do the multiplication.
I don't know how to do the multiplication though. What if this wasn't a fraction? What if this was like 6?
6 times 2 is 12.
Okay. So how could I rewrite 6 times 2 using addition?
6 times 2. 6 plus 6.
Does everybody hear what Maddie just said? You need to actually hear what Maddie just said because it's going to be on your homework today. Maddie said that this is the same thing as 2/3 plus 2/3 because we put a 6 in there and we did 6 times 2 and Maddie said 6 times 2 is 12. But then she said I could also figure out what 6 times 2 is by doing 6 plus 6. So we're going to rewrite this as addition. We're going to rewrite it to be 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3. So I'm just going to rewrite my multiplication. It says I need 2 of those, so I'm going to rewrite it as addition. Everybody okay with that for today's homework? You're going to be okay? So there's one on there. I'm looking at it right now. Yes? Wyatt says yes. Okay. All right, so let's add this up. 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3. Let's see. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Let's see. Aaliyah, what is 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3? Here's 2/3. Here's 2/3. And here's 1/3. How many thirds do I have?
5.
I know, but I called on Aaliyah. Some of you are telling me in the chat. Aaliyah, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aaliyah's going to say
5.
5. She was muted. All right, so we're going to end up with 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3 equals 5/3. You'll notice that they did not become ninths. I am not adding the bottoms. There was no magic. They're still fifths. Sorry, they're still thirds. There's just 5 of them. Okay, now if I wanted to do that fancy mojo that Maddie did a second ago, and I wanted to rewrite this as a mixed number, I've got 5/3 here. Aaliyah just counted them up for me. I'm going to need 3 of them to make one whole. And how many will I have left over?
You'll have 2 left over.
Lots of fingers, 2. So don't blurt it out at me. How would I write this as a mixed number? Billy, how would I write this as a mixed number? Got 1 whole, and how many left over, Billy?
2.
So I'm going to say that I have 1 and 2/3 left over. All right, number line time. Are we ready? Poll goes to Wyatt. Wyatt, how big am I going to have to make this number line, Wyatt? Larry, that's distracting me. Can you stop, please? Wyatt, how big am I going to have to make this number line?
Add 0 to 2.
0 to 2. He says, can you put your hand up if you agree with Wyatt? Raise that hand if you agree with Wyatt. Wyatt says, I'm going to need to make my number line have 0, 1, and 2. Christian is the only person who agrees. Oh, more of us agree. Oh, good. Okay, so let's make that number line like Wyatt said. Wyatt said we're going to have a 0, a 1, and a 2. Okay, same questions we've answered a lot of times. Here we go. Jose. Jose's not here right now. Amy. Amy, what kind of fraction am I making?
Threes.
I'm making thirds. Perfect. Amy, how many lines do I need to add to make thirds?
2.
Boom, shakalaka. Good job. All right, here we go. We are going to add 2 lines so that we can make thirds. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I made thirds here, and I made thirds here. If my number line had to go to 3, how many more lines would I have to add? 2. Thanks, Wyatt. I would just keep adding 2 lines, right? Okay, Amy, thank you. Daniel, what are my numbers going to be under here? You can't chat this to me. You got to tell me. What are my numbers going to be underneath here?
0 thirds.
Okay, and what about my next one?
1/3.
Perfect. And next?
2/3.
Great.
3/3.
Perfect. Keep going. You're doing great, Daniel.
6/3.
What comes after a 3, Daniel?
4.
There it is. 4/3. And then?
5.
5/3. And the last one?
6.
And Daniel, just for, added excitement, Daniel, what if I kept going? What if I had one more over here? What would that be now?
7/3.
Yeah, I could just keep going, right? All right, now we spent some time talking about how we have to have these lining up with our whole number. So if I look, 3/3 is lined up with my 1. Perfect. And here I have 6/3 lined up with my 2. Does that make sense? If I had 6/3, would that make 2 wholes? Is that right? Head nods, smiles, thumbs up. Yes. Good. Okay. So if I had 6/3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Signer can count. If I had 6/3, oh, little thirds. Tell me you're not missing in action. Oh, there you are. If I had 6/3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're telling me that that would make 2 wholes. Okay, let's make sure that that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6/3 makes 2 wholes. We're good? Yeah, okay. All right, let's show this addition on this number line. All right, so sticks have chosen Bentley. Bentley, what's my first jump gonna be? How many am I gonna jump on my first jump? What does it say, Bentley?
3.
Oh, what's it say?
2.
2/3. I know it's a little blurry on you. Here we go. So first I'm gonna jump 2/3. So here I go. 2/3. Okay. How many am I gonna jump on my next jump, Bentley?
2/3.
2 more thirds. And how many am I gonna jump on my last one?
First time.
1/3.
1 more little third. Bada bing, bada boom. And I should end up at 5/3. And there I am. Are we okay? Yes. Okay, if I take a look at our homework for tonight, we're not done yet. We got one more thing to learn. But if I take a look at my homework real quick, I've got the very beginning says show each expression on a number line and solve. So A and B are going to look just like we just did for our homework. On A, what kind of fraction am I going to be making on my number line? Valeria, what kind of fraction am I going to be making on my number line over here, babe? I got her when she's taking her sweatshirt off. What kind of fraction am I going to be making, Valeria? There you are.
Wait, can you ask it again?
Yep. What kind of fraction am I going to be making on A?
You're gonna be you're gonna be doing the
Valeria, I'm going to be making sevens. Say 7.
7.
There we go. All right, how many lines do I need to make sevens, Valeria? How many lines do I need to make sevens? See lots of people.
6.
Yep, 6 lines. Okay, on B, Brandon, what kind of fraction am I making on B? Brandon, what kind of fraction am I going to be making on B?
3 plus 4 fifths.
Can somebody help Brandon out? What kind of fraction am I making on B? Just tell him.
Fifths.
I'm making fifths. Perfect. How many lines do I need to make fifths? Tell me. You guys can tell me. I'm tired of waiting. 4. Perfect. Okay. On number 2, it says express each fraction as the sum of 2 or 3 equal fractional parts. Rewrite each as a multiplication equation. Let's talk about what this means, okay? I'm going to turn the page in my math notebook. So I have lots of space. And let's take some notes on how we're going to do that, okay? So if I said, this is example number 4. If I gave you the fraction, I don't want to give you the same one on your homework. I gave you the fraction 4 fifths. What it's asking me to do is to take those 4 fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's asking me to take those 4 fifths. And instead of having it all together as 4 fifths, it wants me to rewrite it as an addition problem where I take those 4 fifths and I split them up into equal groups. I really need your attention here, guys. You're gonna have no idea how to do it. I've got a lot of people wandering around, staring to the side. Brandon, I really need your attention, buddy. So if I wanted to take 4 fifths and split them into 2 equal groups, how many would be in each group?
There would be 2 fifths in each equal group.
Maddie says I'd have 2 fifths here and 2 fifths here. Thumb up, I'm alive, and I agree with what Maddie just said. Wyatt and Jonathan, I need your video on, please. I don't know why this is a problem. Thank you. So I've got 2 fifths and 2 fifths. Is everybody okay with what Maddie just did there? Yes? Okay. So if I was going to write that as addition, I'm going to write it down as 2 fifths plus 2 fifths. That was some tricky math. Everybody okay with that? Yeah? Okay. Now the directions say that now I'm supposed to rewrite it as multiplication. How would I rewrite this as multiplication?
It is multiplication.
This is addition.
Oh, so you would have to do 2 fifths times 2 fifths.
Not 2 fifths times 2 fifths. 2 fifths times, how many do I have?
1 fifth. 2 fifths times 2.
There we go. 2 fifths times 2. I have 2 fifths. Right? We okay?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty simple, right? What if I gave you a different one? What if I asked you to do that same thing, but instead I gave you 6 fourths? Okay, so don't shout anything out, Maddie. You especially. Hold on to your shorts there. Let other people think. So 6 fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4,
3 fourths.
5, 6.
3 fourths.
5, 6. All right. I've got 6 fourths. How could I break these into 2 equal groups? Should be pretty easy. I heard Christian. Christian, what did you say?
You can 3 fourths plus 3 fourths.
Okay, is everybody okay with that? We're talking some kindergarten stuff here. Is everybody okay with that? I know it's weird because it's got fractions in it, but I have 6. I can split it up into 3 and 3. Doesn't matter that they're fourths. They could be cookies, they could be granola bars, they could be hot eggs, it could be whatever. I have 6 of them, right? I could put 3 over here, I could put 3 over here. Okay, so Christian says that I could rewrite that to be 3/4 plus 3/4. Okay, and what about that last part? What if I had to rewrite that as multiplication? Let's see. Katie, what if I had to oh, Katie's gone. Well, Natalie, what if I had to rewrite that as multiplication? What do we do up here?
There.
So how would I rewrite this one, Natalie? I wrote 2/5 times 2. What am I going to write here? Montserrat, can you help her?
3/4 times 3.
Do I have 3 of them?
Times 2.
Times 2 because I have 2 of them, right? So that means I have 3/4 2 times, right? Can I ask you a question? When I had these 6/4 up here, is there another way I could divide them into equal groups?
No, there's not. Wait, yeah.
Daniel says, yes, Daniel, what could I do with them? Braxton's looking very hard. I like it when I can tell you're thinking. Daniel, what were you thinking? Anybody else? Daniel's just staring at me. Is there any other way I could split up these 6 into equal groups?
I don't think so.
Amara, what do you see?
Make 3 groups of 2s.
Can I make 3 groups of 2s? Is that okay?
Yeah, you also
right?
You also could make 6 groups of 1.
I could make 6 groups of 1. You're right, Mary. Okay, so how would I write this math problem? How would I write this? Let me see. Montserrat, how would I write that?
3/4 times 3.
How many do I have? Not 3/4. How many do I have? How many are in each group, Montserrat?
2.
Yeah. So how would I write the addition? This. How would I write that?
2/4 plus 2/4 plus 2/4.
Perfect. Come on, Momo, you're making us all crazy today. Stop. Okay, Montserrat says, let me try with my light on, guys. Maybe it'll be better. We're gonna try that, okay? That's gonna glare on there now. Okay, Montserrat said, or I could write this as 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 2/4. Is that okay? 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 2/4, yeah? Okay. Christian, how would I write that as multiplication?
You can.
What's my fraction?
3.
2/4 times 3. Perfect, because I have 3 of them, right? Perfect. Okay. If I look back at my homework for today, so number line on those first ones. Second one says express each fraction as the sum of 2 or 3 equal fractional parts. That's what we just did. Rewrite each as a multiplication equation. Check. Last thing says express each of the following as the sum of a whole number and a fraction. Show your solutions on number lines. This is what we were talking about a second ago with making an improper fraction into a mixed number. So let's take a look at that. Okay, last example for today. My goal is to be done by 10. We're going to be close. All right, our last example for today, number 6. Number 6 is going to be like number 3 on your homework today, and it's going to say 7/3. So what they want us to do here, you guys, is to fix this improper fraction. Now, I once had a student. His name was Billy Smith. He's probably older than Amanda. And Billy Smith told me when we were learning about fractions that he pictured these improper fractions as a fat man, like his top is too big for his bottom. And ever since then, I have laughed about improper fractions and I have called them a fat man. Now, when you take your SBAC test, please don't call it a fat man. That will not make you look, he's in your grade. Great, I feel old. So don't call it a fat man on SBAC, you guys. Call it an improper fraction. But you can imagine that he's a fat man. And Billy used to tell me that we had to do surgery on him to fix him up. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? We can't leave 7/3. Aaliyah does not like that image. We cannot leave 7/3 the way it is. We gotta fix this up, okay? We can't have a number on the top that's bigger than the number on the bottom, okay? Now, 7/3. If I think about thirds for a second, 1, 2, 3 thirds. How many of them do I need to make one whole circle? How many thirds? I should have more than just Maddie. How many thirds do I need to make one whole circle? Tell me, I see hands. Michael, tell me, Michael, how many do I need to make thirds? To make one whole circle.
4.
Again, Michael, they're thirds. How many do I need?
Wait. 3.
3. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Is everybody ready? Michael says that if I put 3/3 together, that will make one whole. Okay, now you have to think in your head. You had 7/3. Michael just pulled 3/3 over to the side. Do I have enough left to make another whole circle? Wyatt, I need your attention. Do I have enough of them left to make another whole? I see thumbs up and I see head nods and I see Jonathan playing on his phone. Yes, I would need.
Yeah,
okay, so I could pull out another 3/3. How many would I have left? If I put 3/3 together to make this whole, and I put 3/3 together to make this whole, and I had 7, how many do I have left?
1/3.
I see lots of ones.
1/3.
I have one little third left. Everybody okay? I had 7. I put 3 together to make one whole. I put 3 together to make another whole. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have 1 left over, right? So I'm going to rewrite this as 2 and 1/3. 2 wholes and 1/3 left over. Are we okay? Yes? Okay. Now on number 3, it says that I have to put my answer on a number line. This is the part that Jonathan's not going to listen to, right, Jonathan? And he's going to turn it in not complete. So hopefully he's listening to me. So we're going to put this answer on a number line. Here we go. Bust one out nice and quick. Okay. Now I got to be thinking, what is my number line going to have to go to? If I'm going to show 2 and 1/3, what am I going to have to go to?
It will have to go to 3.
Maddie says I'm going to have to go to 3. She's right, because I have to go past 2, right? 2 and 1/3. So this is the biggest number line we've made. Let's see. There's 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, now my sticks ready here. Okay, stick gods are choosing. Aaliyah, what kind of fraction am I making? What kind of fraction am I making, Aaliyah?
3.
I'm making thirds. Say thirds.
Thirds.
Third. How many lines do I need to make thirds?
2.
2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 lines. Okay, somebody's going to tell me the fractions on the bottom. Get ready. Let's see. Valeria, tell me the fractions on the bottom.
The first one's gonna be 1. The first one's gonna be 0 thirds.
Okay. Keep going. You can go fast.
And 1 third. 2 thirds. 3 thirds.
Okay, now we've talked about that a lot, right? We have to have our one pole lined up with our 3 thirds. Okay, keep going, Valeria.
Four thirds.
Keep going.
5 thirds. 6 thirds. 7 thirds.
Going.
8 thirds.
9 thirds.
9 thirds.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, so let's think about our whole numbers and make sure they line up right. Okay, Valeria did a great job. So I've got 3 thirds is 1 whole. 6 thirds is 2 wholes. We talked about that. If I had 6 thirds, I could put 3 together and 3 together. And then the 9 thirds was the one she really didn't like, but that makes sense. If I had 9 thirds, I could put 3 thirds together, 3 thirds together, and 3 thirds together, and that would make 3 whole things. Right? Okay, now I'm supposed to be showing this number on my number line, and what I was given was 7 thirds, and you told me that's the same thing as 2 and 1 third. So here's 7 thirds, right there on my number line, and I can see that that is the same thing as 2 plus 1 third. Okay. When you are doing today's homework, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to be looking at these notes because otherwise you're going to turn in number lines and stuff that doesn't make any sense. So you've got to make sure that you're looking at your notes, okay? If this feels like a scrambled pile of gobbledygook in your brain, be in office hours and I shall help. Capiche? Yeah? Okay.
Capiche.
You guys put your math notebook to the side and we are going to work on a new essay real quick. And then we're going to do some science. I've got a lot of fraction circles in my way. Let me move some of my stuff out of my way. I'm going to stop my share for you for a second so you can see each other. And okay, you are putting your math notebook away for me. And then I'm going to need your brain. All right. So I'm going to need you ready to chat for this next part. So make sure that you've got your chat box open so that you can type to us. I made the chat so that everybody can see what you're chatting. So you'll be able to share with everybody, not just me. So what we're going to do is brainstorm this essay. Font bigger. Go. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. Now, those of you who already wrote your journal today, you already took a minute to think about the chores that you have to do at home. So if you already wrote that journal, your brain's already ready to tell me one of these. If not, I want you to think for me, and I want you to type it in the chat box. What is a chore that you have to do at home? What is one chore that you have to do at home. I've got my chat box open. I am ready to copy down what you tell me. All right, you tell them, keep them coming, and I'm going to add them to our list. Or you can unmute and tell us. Gosh, you're too fast for me. I see laundry. I see dusting.
Dishes.
I see bathrooms. I heard dishes. Dishes. I see cleaning room. Picking up poop. Yes, that one's a good one. Picking up poop. Hopefully animal poop and not human poop. That could get weird. Sweeping. I see babysitting. Sibling. I see. You guys are going too fast for me, so I'm missing some. Mopping. Washing the car. I see unloading the dishwasher. Unloading the dishwasher. I see mowing the lawn. Watering the plants. Dishes. Valeria, when you say clean the table, do you mean like clear the dishes off the table? Yes. Oh, the cat box. Clean litter box. Oh, take out the trash. That's a good one, Daniel. Take out the trash. Folding clothes. What's up, Maddie?
I have to bring up the trash cans up.
Oh, like hauling the cans out to the street? Yeah, that's a good one. Mopping, washing the dog. Leo,
Taking care of the dogs.
your mom's bed. Does that mean that you're sitting on your mom's bed during Zoom and you make it a giant mess? No. Vacuuming.
Anna, I have one.
What is it? What is it, Jonathan?
Taking care of the dogs.
Taking care of the dog.
Taking care of pets.
You and Christian just said the same thing, like feeding them.
Oh, I always have to feed our
Like
dog.
feeding him, taking him out to go to the bathroom.
Okay, okay. Valeria, what do you have to do to the couch? Where are you typing to me? Okay, who did I miss? What did I miss? Mopping, mowing the lawn, washing the car, cleaning the room, unloading the cat box, mopping, sweeping, watching Little Sisters, mopping, cleaning the room, picking up hopefully animal poop, dishes, cleaning room, trash, dishes, bringing up the trash cans, cleaning the bathrooms, laundry, dusting. Let's see. Cleaning the
Miss
rug.
Tanner,
Yes, Christian.
you put vacuum. You don't have
Yes,
it?
vacuuming's right here. I got it. Vacuuming. I hate vacuuming. Dog.
We have a Roomba, so we never have to vacuum.
We have a Roomba too, but we have carpet on our stairs. Hade says clean your mess. Myself. Okay, perfect. Clean up after myself.
What about cleaning the cabinets?
Like the outsides of the cabinets or the insides of the cabinets?
The outside of the cabinets?
I'm
My
gonna
mom
say, I'm gonna say clean the kitchen. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always have to clean the counters after I'm done baking. And also, I also have to clean my stand mixer after I'm done baking because it gets all messy.
I have one.
Daniel, that's a good one. Raking the leaves.
Oh, I had to do that this
Right now,
week.
there's a lot of leaves. Leaves. Okay, so we've got a long list here. Braxton, when you clean the fireplace, you mean like clean like the ashes and stuff out of the fire?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like that job, huh? Trimming the trees.
Clean the fire pit.
What'd you say, Amara? Is that Amara? No. All right, hold on. Let me make this into 2 columns so we can all see it. All right, hold on. Nobody go anywhere.
Did you get mopping?
I did. I did get mopping. It's on here somewhere.
Did
Feed the
you?
dog. How do we have taking care of animals? Feeding the dog, Amy. Yep, feeding the dog.
I have to get water from the water machines.
Oh, getting water from the water machines, like filling up like your water dispenser.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the list that I've got. Now, what I need you to do. Are you ready? Yes? I need you to go putting away the groceries. That's a good one, Michael. Putting away the groceries.
I like putting away the groceries.
Now, that's a good point. Some of these things on this list, you might not mind doing. Maybe you like putting away the groceries. Maybe you like doing yard work. Maybe you're a person who likes to mow the lawn and trim the trees and stuff. But what I need you to do right now, my lovely ladies and gentlemen, is I need you to think of 3 of the chores on this list, or maybe you have a chore in your head that you didn't say out loud. I need you to think of 3 of these chores that you cannot stand. Now, I want you to understand that your family is going to read this essay. So don't go on and on and on about how you fold the laundry and then show your mom, and your mom's going to be like, you've never folded laundry in your life. Don't do that, because they don't like it when they read that. But what I need you to do is to find in your binder, in the language arts section of your binder. Remember yesterday we put some more paper in there. So I need you to find a lined piece of paper. This is the last thing we're going to do for language arts today. It's going to be nice. Okay, you are finding a lined piece of paper in your binder, freezing the leftovers. That's very specific, Hade. I want you to find a lined piece of paper in your binder. Okay, and this is going to go in your language arts section. When we're trying to stay organized, we had a whole revamp yesterday. So in my language arts section, the first thing I have are the stories that we haven't read yet. The next thing I have are some notes from language arts on citing evidence, on punctuating titles, and then I still have a blank piece of paper behind there. If you don't, just grab one of those new ones that came home in your envelope and put it in that section for me.
Hey, Miss Tyner.
Hey, Maddie.
I forgot what I was just about to say.
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to give this piece of paper a title, and it's going to be titled Chores Essay Brainstorm. You're going to leave that right in your binder so it doesn't get lost, because one of the worst things is when you lose a piece of paper for an essay. Lost. Okay, ready? Got your title on there? Chores Essay Brainstorm? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to show you that list again. And what I want you to do is to choose 3, the 3 chores that you have in your head that you have to do that are the absolute worst. Okay, I want you to choose 3. What are the 3 that you hate the most? Make sure you're honest, because you don't want to write a whole essay about how you do the laundry and then have your mom laugh at you because you've never done the laundry in your life. So choose a chore, 3 chores. And if you're sitting there going, I don't have any chores, then your family needs to give you some chores, and I will let them know. So you are picking 3 chores off of this list that you hate the most.
Miss Tyner?
Yes.
My mom used to make me sweep the kitchen, but she stopped because I sucked at sweeping so bad.
Well, that's a technique. Okay, I'm making my list. You're making yours. What are the 3 chores that you cannot stand? The worst ones of all. Okay, when you've got your 3, I want you to send them to me in the chat. What are your 3? 3 that you're putting on your list.
second.
All right, send them to me, Daniel. Send me your 3. You can send them to the whole group if you want, or you can send them to just me. You pick. All right, I got Maddie's. I got Hades. What are the 3 that you hate the most? Why? I like that one of your chores is just poop. Oh, Mari, you don't have to write why. Nope, just a list for right now. I'll show you mine while you're thinking. My 3 are cleaning the litter box. If you don't have a cat that lives inside, you might not know what a litter box is. A litter box is a little box full of kind of sand looking stuff where cats poop and pee if they live inside. Some of us only have cats that live outside, so you've never heard of this lovely chore, but that's one of mine. Cleaning the litter box, vacuuming the stairs. We only have carpet in our house on the stairs. The whole rest of our house has hardwood floors, but trying to vacuum the stairs is awful, which is why Mr. Seaver usually does it for me. And then the last one I put is unloading the dishwasher. Your cat poops outside.
Those are the ones I picked.
Yes, you did, Braxton. I'm glad that you have litter box. Let's see. Montserrat says picking up dog poop, cleaning her room, cleaning the birds' poop. How many birds do you have, Montserrat? Oh, the new birds you got from Dad.
Yeah, little blue parakeets.
I remember. They were cool for a week and now they're just poop machines, huh?
Yep.
Maddie, what do you think?
Can I tell you a story real quick?
Yes. Miss Amanda says dishes, hauling out the trash cans, and picking up poop. Yes, Maddie.
So, right when we moved to the house, my mom, like right when, I think it was actually like right when we got the dog, my mom had to move the litter box. The litter box was in her bedroom, but also the dog kennel was in her bedroom too, because Honey sleeps in the kennel when she goes to like at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyways, so she had to, Rosie was peeing, like using the bathroom in the ashes of the fireplace because she was scared to go into my mom's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So she kept using the ashes to go to the bathroom.
Poor confused little cat.
And she had to move the litter box.
Our litter box has like a little house on the top of it. You guys might have one of these. It has like a little like lid and there's like a little doorway where the cats can go in. This is a great story. One time I cleaned the litter box and I put the lid on backwards so that the door was against the wall. So
Those two.
So they couldn't get in. And then my cat pooped like in the hallway and I was like, what are you guys? Oh, you can't get in the litter box because I'm the worst cat mom. Because I put your litter box on backwards. I felt like a really good mom that day. Very good mom. All right, hopefully you have a list of 3 things. You have a list of 3 things. List of 3 things? Yes? Okay. Before we start our science unit, we're going to take a little break for a second. We're going to do 2 different stations of circuit training. Are you ready? Who's going to get to pick? Who's going to get to pick? Maddie. Maddie.
Circuit training in ages.
I know, and it makes you sad. Maddie, what would you like to do first?
Burpees.
Ugh, worse. I'm gonna take off my sweater for this one. All right, everybody find yourself a spot. We're doing some down ups. Are we ready? Ugh, I'm not.
Good go, puppy. See you later, boy.
Down ups. Here we go. All right. Move the computer. Can you guys see Curl down there? There she is.
Garth, no.
All right, we're doing 10 down ups. Is everyone ready? better be moving. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take my spotlight off so you guys can all watch each other be Looney Tunes. All right, we are doing down ups. We're gonna do 10. Are you ready? You can see my slippers. My COVID fashion has taken a turn. All right, here we go. We're doing 10. Ready, set, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, you guys. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, gosh. This is a really long 10. Done. Phew. No, I don't want to install that update. There we go. Oh, I could see you. You're doing a great job. All right. Next, Braxton. Braxton, what are we doing next?
Jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks. All right. Let's do Braxton. How many?
20.
20, you said?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Not hit my lamp. All right, 20 jumping jacks. Are you ready? Jonathan, let's go, buddy. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, I got one more. One more victim. Michael, what are we doing next? Michael, what are we doing? Okay, moving on. Let's see. Brandon, what are we doing next? Brandon, what are we doing?
Push-ups.
Push-ups. Okay, how many are we doing, Brandon?
15.
15. All right, we are doing 15. All right, you can put your focus down here. All right, so we're going on our knees. Remember that when we do our push-ups, we need your booty to be down, not sticking up like a box. Down like that. And Brandon says we're doing 15. If you need to take a break, take a break. You can't do all 15 in a row. That's okay. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Good job. 15, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job, you guys. 13, 14, 16. Phew. All right. Excellent work. You're all ready for PE today. All right. Last thing we're doing today, my lovely ladies and gentlemen, is science. So we haven't gotten to talk about science yet this year because we've been doing social studies. But here we go. All right. I need you to open your binder up to that second tab in your binder where it says social studies and science. Now, if you're a person who hasn't lost everything you've ever owned in there, you may still have your Cliff Dwellers notes and then your Columbus notes. And I had one piece of paper left. Yesterday, a lot of us added some more paper to that section, so we would have more paper in our social studies and science section. If you need more paper in there, some went home in your yellow envelope, so make sure you put it in there so you have paper to write on. Our title and our unit of science, you guys, that we're going to talk about is going to be plant and animal system. We're going to put our date on there. Okay, we're going to get to draw lots of fun pictures on this one. So again, if you have those colored pencils or crayons that some of us dug out yesterday, you're welcome to use them to make the pictures more beautiful. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to remind you guys that when we do units like this, you're going to have to turn in a picture of your notes, okay? You're going to have to turn in a picture of your notes. So you want to make sure, Michael, are you listening to me, buddy? You want to make sure that you have all of the notes. So what that means is if I'm absent, if my internet dies, if whatever, I have to watch the video so I can get the notes written down, because I'm going to ask you to turn in the pictures of your notes. So you don't want to be missing big sections of notes. Okay? So you want to make sure that you have all of the notes and that you don't lose them so you can get those points. All right, so are we ready? Yeah? Head nods, we're alive? Yes? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start out with plants first, okay? So first set of notes is going to be our plants notes. Now we're gonna start out with some very basic information about plants. You ready? Share my screen with you so you can see. Okay, so our title is Plant and Animal Systems. That's the name of our whole big unit of science we're doing. I put today's date on there, 12/1/2020. And our first thing that we're going to talk about is plants. Some of this stuff is going to be stuff that you learned in kindergarten. I know that you learned it in kindergarten because I'm listening to Rory learn it right now in, wait for it, kindergarten. It's also stuff that you're going to learn even more about in 6th grade. I know that because right now I get to listen to Mr. Seaver teach it in 6th grade. So one of the cool things about science as you go through the grades is that in kindergarten, you learn about plants and you learn like the kindergarten version. And then you learn a little bit more and you learn a little bit more and you learn a little bit more. And every year you kind of add to your knowledge about this stuff. So in the very beginning of this, you're going to be like, yeah, duh, Miss Tyner. No kidding. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure everybody knows the parts of a plant. You ready? Okay. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little hill of dirt. Now your picture does not have to be as beautiful as mine because you've all learned Miss Tyner is a very talented artist. So it's okay if you're not. I'm just kidding. I'm a horrible artist. So just do your best. Okay. And up above my little hill of dirt, I'm going to draw. I'm going to put some leaves on my plant. Branches on my plant. You got to mute, okay, buddy? I got you. I'm going to put some branches on my plant and some leaves. We're not going to worry about a flower because I'm not worried about flowers right now. I'm just worried about leaves and stems. That beautiful plant. If you've got your colored pencils or your crayons and you want to color in your leaves green, you go for it. Make that plant look beautiful. My pretty little plant. Okay, down below the plant, if you've ever had to pull weeds in the yard, which nobody wrote on our chores list, but now that I said it, you might despise that chore. You know that down below my plant are all these little roots. You guys have all seen those before? The white things that come up out of the dirt when you pull up a plant? Yeah, roots.
Miss Tyner.
Maddie.
Once we have this big tree in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's an olive tree, and like it's like 100 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really big. And when we moved in, my parents planted like this planter bed around it.
Yeah.
So it's like wood, and then the olive trees in the middle, and then dirt on the outside. And once there was like a weed in there, I don't know if it was like a weed or a plant or something, and my mom pulled it out, and the plant was like this big, and the root was like that long.
Some plants do have really big roots. You're right. So I just drew a little kindergartner plant, okay? And then I labeled it. I said, hey, these are the leaves, this is the stem, and these are the roots. You probably knew all that, okay? Not super tricky, but we're gonna learn some information about them that you maybe didn't know. So here we go. Are you done drawing your plant?
I just got
Most
done.
done? Okay. All right, we're gonna write down some information. Here we go. The leaves of a plant are for making food. Now, you probably could have told me what the roots of a plant are for. Anybody know what the roots of the plant are for? What do the roots do? What do the roots do? Don't make me pull sticks. This is like a kindergarten question. What do the roots of the plant do?
Hold the plant in place.
Braxton, they hold the plant in place. I love that. It holds the plant in the ground. Otherwise, when the wind blew, there it would go. Right?
I thought the roots were for sucking like up like the water and stuff.
And they also do that. That's how that plant gets its water, right? You remember when you guys had Mr. Wright and you were doing your science fair project in kindergarten and you guys had like 3 plants and one had water and sunlight and dirt. And then he had one that was like in a black piece of construction paper so it couldn't get any light. Remember? And he even had one that didn't have any dirt. He had one he didn't give any water. Michael's like, yeah, I remember that thing. Okay, so what Mr. Wright was teaching you in kindergarten is that plants have things that they need. And one of the things that they need is water, right? And so Braxton, you're right, and Matt is also right. The roots of the plant are to hold it in the ground. And they're also, as Maddie said, to suck up the water. This is kindergarten plant knowledge. We're okay with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The stem, if I asked you what the stem is for, what would you say?
The stem is just like the plant.
All right. Can somebody add to Maddie's? What is the stem for? What's it doing? Billy, what's the stem do?
It can hold in place.
Yeah, it holds it in place. It's going to hold it up. Otherwise, it would just be like a blob on the ground. That's a weird looking plant, right? But you may not have ever thought about what the leaves of the plant are supposed to do, besides look pretty, right? Because the leaves make the plant look pretty. But the leaves of the plant actually have a job. And that is that they are supposed to make food. Now, you've probably learned about this before, right? You've learned how do plants get food. Maddie said they get water from their roots. Anybody have any memories from kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, or fourth grade about how plants get food? They do not go through the McDonald's drive-thru. So how do they get food? Jonathan, you remember? Jonathan, we can't hear you. Turn your mic on.
I don't fully remember, but I'm pretty sure it's like something with vitamin D.
Okay, something about vitamin D comes to your mind? Yes? Okay. Can anybody add to Jonathan's? How do they get food? How do plants get food?
Don't they use the dirt, like the dirt's their food?
Okay, Maddie says dirt.
Like the worms like make the dirt like healthy for
Did Mr.
them.
Wright have his worm farm when he had you guys? Or was that after you guys?
I don't know. My grandma has a worm farm though.
It's pretty awesome.
It's actually pretty
Nobody remembers from kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade? Miss Amanda says she remembers. Miss Amanda, how do plants...
I remember. We had an ant farm too. There's a bunch of ants.
I've had an ant farm.
Our ants are no longer with us. Miss Amanda, are you telling me Daniel knows?
No, he's saying some guesses.
He is. He asked me about what vitamin D means.
Yeah, he's asking lots of questions. I was like, oh, just say it. Say it. Say some fun
Yeah,
ideas.
go ahead, Daniel. Okay, so here's the kindergarten lesson: is that plants get their food from the sun. Do you remember the word photosynthesis ever in your lives? Remember hearing that before? Oh, head nods. Yes, you're coming back to me. You're coming back to me. So in my little picture over here, I'm going to share my screen with you again. in my little picture, I'm going to add the sun because that's important to what we're learning about. So I'm going to add the sun. My sun's going to be purple because I don't have a yellow. So I'm going to add my sun up here. And I'm going to remind myself that the sun is helping my plant live. Remember how Mr. Wright, he covered up the plant, right? He didn't let one of the plants get any sunlight, remember? And that plant didn't look so hot when you guys were done. Okay, so sunlight is important.
And one got like all the stuff it needed, and then one got no water.
Right. So the leaves of the plant are for making food. This is going to be our last piece of information that we're going to write in here. You guys don't need to worry about anything else today. We're going to get one more little sentence written on here and we're done. The leaves of the plant are for making food. Okay, ready? Next sentence, here we go. The plant is made of cells. We're going to talk about that. Plant is made of cells. I'm getting all that written down. Then we'll talk about it. Don't worry. The plant is made of cells, which have, big word, chloroplasts. Make food for the plants. Lori just asked from the kitchen what a chloroplast is. The leaves of the plant are for making food. The plant is made of cells which have chloroplasts that make food for the plant. Tomorrow we're going to draw a plant cell. They're going to be beautiful. I can already predict it. Leaves of a plant are for making food. The plant is made of cells which have chloroplasts that make food for the plant. I'm going to let you finish copying that down, and then we'll fill out planners. Okay, remember that you've got to turn in a picture of these notes. So when you're done writing this down and making sure it's complete, you want to make sure that it stays in your binder. Don't unclip it from your binder rings. Keep it right in there so it doesn't get lost. Okay, you're going to want them for your test, and you're going to want them so you can turn them in for those points. Okay. When you're done copying that down, I need you to get your planner out so we can make sure we're ready for all the work that's got to get turned in today. We're trying to beat 17. We've been stuck at 17 the last couple days.
And then we leave?
Not yet, Wyatt. Okay, if you need more time with this, I will come back to it after we do planners. Okay, so I'm going to flip to my planner for right now. I will come back to that page if you weren't done writing. Don't worry. Let's get our planners filled out. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. We have 4 things to turn in today. What do we got? What are we turning in today?
Hatchet.
Hatchet, chapter 2. I'm going to write that down. Hatchet, chapter 2. All right, what else is getting turned in today? We've got 3 more things.
We have math and PE.
Math.
Lesson. Okay, our homework today for math is lesson 2 homework. Okay, remember it's all stapled together, so it should just be the next page in your packet. Okay, lesson 2 homework. All right, I heard somebody say PE.
Journal.
Journal. PE circuit number 17 and
journal.
Journal. Okay, remember that your reflection form for your PE circuit has changed. So you want to make sure you look at the reflection form before you start watching the video so you know what you got to be doing, okay? So make sure you look. All right, things we did today. We were busy today. First thing we did today was math. And in math today, we were adding fractions. Okay, what do we do next? Maddie, I see your hand. What do we do next?
Then we did circuit training.
I think we did our essay first and then circuit training.
Oh yeah, we also did our essay and then
Did our essay, Flora's essay brainstorm. And then we did a little circuit training to warm you up for PE today. Mr. Seaver says you're going to need a warm up. Circuit training, and then the last thing we did was a little science. We talked about plants. All right. Reminders for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. The very first thing I'm going to remind you about again is Secret Santa present is due by 12/11. I got Jose's list of things. He was one of the people who hadn't turned in his list, so I did get that to his person. If Ashton is your person, I still don't have a list from him. I haven't found him yet today. So if you are the person, don't say it out loud. If you are the person that's waiting for Ashton's list, I will get it to you as soon as I can. I did, if you are Ashton's person, I did send you a list that had a couple things that he had given me. All right, so you could Santa present by December 12th. Also, if you happen to have a college shirt from 3rd grade that still fits you, tomorrow is college shirt day. All right, my lovely ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's fun. If you're coming to office hours, I will see you there. If you're not, I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Adios. Oh, some of us need to.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'll go back to the science notes for you if you were one.